Chris, this felt like one of those games maybe last year that you guys wouldn't have been able to pull off on the second night of a back-to-back. What is this? Do you feel like this is one of these steps that you guys continue to make this season?
Last week we've did a good job of just kind of playing, finding enough in the game to kind of keep them from getting a real run together. They did a good job of pushing and coming at us, and then just found enough defense and offense at the same time to start the fourth, really. So.
In asking Ant about Nikhil's game, he said what he liked about it was that he's playing with confidence, that he had turned the ball over but then hit those three-pointers, and not just kind of seeing that confidence during the game. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, a little bit of a rough start for the fourth. I mean, we fouled on a three-point shooter, and then we turned it over. Then I think we went on an 18-4 run, so, great job. I thought, defensively he was really, really good. Kind of came in and shut Simon's water off for a bit, and then offensively, he just kept moving into the right window, and Mike kept finding him, and playing with a ton of confidence right now.
With Nikhil, it's been a year since you've had him here now. Whether it's his confidence or anything that he's just done with his game, where has he kind of grown the most in your eyes?
He's probably grown the most with his kind of composure. More, he doesn't seemingly get rattled when he makes. He's always had a habit to kind of get down on himself when he has made some tough plays, but he plays through that now and bounces back. He understands, defensively, that's where it all starts for him, and his decision making on offense has been really quick and for the most part really, really clean. And so, but that all comes from just, I think, having a little bit more composure. So.
He comes in questionable, plays on the second night of a back-to-back, scores 41, plays as well as he did tonight. You've talked about kind of instilling this kind of culture, and just what does it say about maybe his toughness was maybe the toughness that you're trying to establish?
Yeah, I think
he's able to do that on a night like
tonight. Really proud of him. I know he was banged up, and last night was a super physical game. Tonight ended up being a really physical game too. He kind of got off to a slow start, and then he got hot. And once he gets hot, there's no getting him off the floor really. But we have a bunch of guys who love to play. That's just where it starts. I think that's what we like about one of the things we like about our guys. They just love to come and play, no matter what the circumstances are. He was pretty emblematic of that tonight. So.
What's kind of unlocked maybe for him the last couple of games, specifically offensively? You talked a lot about last night. You guys were talking about playing off the catch. Maybe there wasn't as much of that tonight, but what
I think tonight? When you look at his offense right now, when he makes quick decisions, whether it's off the catch and shoot, get downhill, everything kind of. Well, two things. One is he's really hard to guard because he's a super explosive. He shoots it at such a high clip. And then it opens up a lot of passing windows because the defense has to come. You can see them coming earlier. When he holds and he plays a little bit slower and he plays super deliberate and he tries to kind of poke his way through, that's when he gets in trouble. And then passing windows close down because, he's not really forcing the defense to commit. So that's been the key for him. Also, he's been a little bit more active in transition. We've been pushing him to get out and run a little bit more and be more kind of dynamic in transition. And today, he cut. Off the ball, he really cut and moved off the ball. And I think that's key when, teams are going to try to take the ball out of his hands with denial.
Chris, what's the challenge of playing great defense 82 games over the course of the season? I mean, you guys have this standard, but it's kind of high bar to match night to night.
Well, I think the challenge is obviously, it takes a lot of effort, and you got to do it all the way through the game for the most part, But if we want to win, and that's how we have to win. I mean, our offense has been better, I think, of late for sure. But I think guys understand that has to be it. So. But it is tough at times, particularly when you kind of trade in punches or you get up in the game and then you just let it slide just a little bit. Human nature factors in, but thankfully tonight we were able to find it again. But yeah, it can be a challenge, but I think our guys like the guard, so it helps, helps there.
Chris, kind of a big two-parter question, your bigs. First off, where's the trust level at with Cat where you trusted him during the foul and it didn't pan out, but where's the trust level there that you're just like, let's see how this rolls? Yeah. And then,
sorry, yeah. So, I mean, every player and every situation is a little different, I generally like to play our players through foul trouble. I don't like to sit them. I don't like to, what we would call foul our own guys out by, but I just felt tonight like, I couldn't afford to have him at the fourth early. And, as it panned out, he was never really able to get into the game, but he did come alive. He got, the free throws in the third, and that was huge for us because, we really didn't have much going, and his ability to get to the free throw line kind of just gave us enough right there. So
the second part, the other big part of it is Gobert. There was twice I noticed you. He caught it without hesitation, about 6 feet out, didn't look to pass, just took it right. How big is that for him to spread the offense and get things going and just decisively just going for it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we trust Rudy. We trust him with the ball, whether it be, in our set plays at the top of the floor, in the paint. Just like everyone else, he's not always going to make the right decision, but we want him to feel comfortable and confident. He's been really doing a great job of, I think tonight he forced a few things early, which has been uncharacteristic of him late. But I do really think that was a reaction to maybe not getting a few calls that he thought he was going to get. He was kind of just got, was out to prove a point there, but he self-corrected very well. So, but, he was 7 for 10 tonight, so a lot of them were offensive rebounds, which is huge for us. Yeah.
Kyle had 14 assists and 0 turnovers the last 2 nights combined. Does it seem like he's kind of getting his swagger back a little bit off the bench, setting guys up?
Yeah, definitely. He's been huge for us, playmaking, defense, makes all the little plays. And I like the fact that, again, he's like everyone else, he's kind of going quickly. So this is the Kyle we saw all of last year, and if we can capture this version down the stretch, and we felt that, we would be able to get this maybe, like a lot of guys have some anxiety around the trade deadline, and once that passes, things calm down. So.